जय श्री माताजी। विश्व के सभी साधकों का शाम के ध्यान सत्र में हार्दिक स्वागत है। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी को वंदन करके हम सब ध्यान की स्थिति में बैठते हैं। चित्त सहस्रार पर परम पूज्य श्री माताजी आज का ध्यान सत्र शुरू करने की कृपया अनुमति प्रदान कीजिए। हम सब सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं, कलेक्टिव बंधन। अपना चित्त हृदय में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे हृदय में विराजिए। श्री माताजी आपकी कृपा में हमारा हृदय प्रेम, करुणा और वात्सल्य से भर दीजिए। श्री माताजी आपकी कृपा में हम केवल शुद्ध आत्मा है। तीन महामंत्र, तत्पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र।
सरस्वती आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
जय श्री माता जी। हम सब संतुलन करते हैं अपना राइट हैंड पृथ्वी तत्व पर, अपना चित्त ईड़ा नाड़ी और सहस्त्रार पर रखते हैं। प्रार्थना करते हैं परम पूज्य श्री माता जी आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के ईड़ा नाड़ी पर तमोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व भूमि तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी कृपा कर सामूहिकता की ईड़ा नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री महाकाली श्री भैरवनाथ ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महाकाली साक्षात् श्री भैरवनाथ साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। राइट हैंड गोद में, लेफ्ट हैंड आकाश की तरफ। अपना चित्त पिंगला नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर। प्रार्थना करते हैं परम पूज्य श्री माता जी आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के पिंगला नाड़ी पर रजोगुण के सभी बाधक तत्व अतिरिक्त उष्णता अहंकार आकाश तत्व में विलीन कर दीजिए। श्री माता जी कृपा कर सामूहिकता की पिंगला नाड़ी शुद्ध कर दीजिए। श्री महासरस्वती श्री हनुमान ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महासरस्वती साक्षात् श्री हनुमान साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। लेफ्ट हैंड गोद में, दोनों हाथ सामने, अपना चित्त मध्य नाड़ी और सहस्रार पर, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें संतुलन दीजिए, हमें वर्तमान में रखिए। परम चैतन्य को महसूस करते हैं। अपना चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में सामूहिकता के मूलाधार चक्र पर श्री गणेश जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए, कार्यान्वित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें बालक जैसे अबोध बनाइए। हमें सुबुद्धि दीजिए। चित्त मूलाधार चक्र पर स्थिर करके गणेश अथर्व शीर्ष का पठन करते हैं।
नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं खल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं ऋतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवदातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारश्चान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं संहिता सन्धिः सैषा गणेशविद्या गणकऋषिः निच्छृद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः। एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात्। एकदन्तं चतुर्हस्तं पाशमङ्कुशधारिणं रदञ्च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च सृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृते पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः। नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदरायैकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
अपना चित्त मूलाधार पर लाते हैं। श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात श्री कुंडलिनी गौरी माता साक्षात श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। अपना चित्त स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमें शुद्ध विद्या, सृजनात्मकता तथा क्रियात्मक शक्ति प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारे स्वाधिष्ठान चक्र पर श्री ब्रह्मदेव सरस्वती जी की शक्ति जागृत कीजिए। चित्त नाभि चक्र पर, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हम संतुष्ट हैं, समाधानी हैं। चित्त भवसागर में लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें स्वयं का गुरु बनाइए। श्री माता जी, गुरु पद के लिए कृपा कर आप हमें पात्र बनाइए। चित्त अनाहत चक्र पर, परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारे हृदय को प्रेम से परिपूर्ण कीजिए, हमें निर्भय बनाइए। श्री माता जी, आपकी कृपा में हम सुरक्षित हैं। चित्त विशुद्धि चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें निर्लिप्त तथा साक्षी बना दीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें विराट का अंग प्रत्यंग बनाइए, हमें मधुर वाणी प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें सामूहिकता में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। अपना चित्त हंस चक्र पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें सदसत विवेक प्रदान कीजिए, ताकि हम स्वयं को सुधार सके। अपना चित्त सहस्रार पर लाते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपावंत होकर आप हमारे सहस्रार पर विराजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमारा आत्म साक्षात्कार सुदृढ़ कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमें सहयोगी बनाने के लिए कृपया अपने प्रति हमारा समर्पण तथा कृतज्ञता को स्वीकार कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माताजी, हम सब अपना अहंकार और प्रति अहंकार आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। कृपा कर आप हमें निर्विचारिता प्रदान कीजिए। श्री माताजी, कृपा कर हमें ध्यान में स्थित कीजिए। इसी स्थिति में कुछ समय ध्यान में रहते हैं। जय श्री माताजी। इसी ध्यान की स्थिति में अमृतवाणी आत्मसात करते हैं। श्री गणेश पूजा 1992, इसका उर्वरित भाग।
which are money oriented, say in France, they have very, very funny laws. And they never maintain the law. They don't believe in it. There's no morals, there are no laws. You write to them. You must go and see newspaper people, tell them about it. Try to now assert yourself. Unless and until you do that, nobody is going to get to Sahaja. You might get very great people out of that. You can invite some people, you can call them. The modus operandi of these gurus I have seen. They write very nice letters to all these big Johnnies as soon as they go to some house. Then they seek interview, go and see that person, talk to him. They carry, you see, sort of, you can say, a kind of a negotiations, you can call it, or some sort of a panel will go and see them. It's all that level. And then they show them books, see now this is happening, why don't you take to it? We don't want money, this thing, that. You might get lots of people. But you have to invite them, because unless and until you invite them, they'll not come to you. So you have to invite them. And you have to tell them that we want to meet you, this is it. Out of at least 100, if not, at least 20 will reply. They would like to meet you, should say, we found out this, we found out that. So now, today, as Ganesha's Ganas, you have to do this special work, is to understand now you are matured enough, you have to go in the society. Now if you get upset, mother, I went there and this happened and that, it doesn't matter. You are not going to be crucified. You are not going to be murdered. And do you know there's all the time my protection on you. If you want, you can see a photograph we have. It's him. You can see that. Complete protection. It follows you. You have seen light on your heads. You are the marked people who are already sitting in the kingdom of God. Why should you be afraid? Why should you not meet people? Then also I said, make some music. Like yesterday's, I liked the way they were singing. At least you see whatever they were singing may not be pop music sort or something, but it was clear. The message should be clear. You can use pop style, doesn't matter. But the message should be clear. It should not be, I can never understand what they are singing. So every word should be clear cut. We can go all out to have real publicity. But for that, we need people who are really matured enough. Otherwise, with the slightest provocation, they get upset, start fighting. Finished. Also, we should not say that you are intellectual, you cannot understand. You said you can mentally also you can understand. We can explain to you. Prepare yourself. We can even have some sort of seminars or classes where we can discuss about these things. In the pujas, you can have some sort of a morning time is always free, some sort of a seminar or a discussion, or they call a brain trust or whatever it is. And there you can discuss things, how we can proceed, what we can do. Now the time has come, it's over. All this preparation is over. You are prepared for it. Now you have to go all out, tell people. You know these people from this Brahma Kumari, what they tell? Now the doomsday has come. You are all going to be doomed openly. And so that you give us money, you will be saved. So now you have to say that this is the last judgment. You take your realization, otherwise you will be doomed. Unless and until you take your realization, without your assent, you cannot get out of your genetic problems. All these genetic problems can be only solved if you get your realization. So you have to tell others, get out of your personal problems. Mother, my wife has no children. It doesn't matter. There are so many children in this world. You are doing a good work by not having a child. And if you want to have a child, you can adopt a child. Then my child is like this, my child is like that, my child. So much attachment to children I have never seen. Before marriage, if they have children, I have seen people treat them better. But if they are married, they kill their children. So many people kill their children, abuse their children, do all kinds of things. But once they are Sahajogis, they, from this end to that end, they just get glued to their children. So there should be a detached attitude towards everything and no attachments. Then only you will be free. But that doesn't mean that you are not doing your duty, your nourishment that is needed. You have to give love to everyone, you have to care for everyone, but you shouldn't get attached. I have seen people, they get attached even to Sahajogis. One Sahajogi misbehaved and went out of the Sahaja. 10 Sahajogis went away with him. They are not attached to me but to that stupid Sahajogi. He went to Nepal, he learned some Vidya, he came back and they went away with him. That shows you have not developed your personality. How dare anybody influence you and say that get out of Sahaja? If you have a mature personality and responsibility, you will say I have to do Sahaja work, that's the main thing I have to do. You must know that though you look ordinary people, but God has chosen you. If any one of you do not do Sahaja work, who will be blamed? In every aspect of life, one should understand. You see, I don't say that you give me money or anything, I don't want anything from you. As it is, you know how much I am spending. But definitely if money is needed somewhere, you must go all out to help with money also. People will spend money in, say, races or spend money on some sort of a pub. All that money is saved now. You don't have to go to a pub, nothing. So, if money is needed, you have to spend. Then another thing is people just start asking, why so expensive? Why this? Why that? In Sahaja Yoga, everybody knows accounts. Everybody has accounts. There's nothing secret. Where money goes, what we are using for. How do you have this tent? How do you have this land? How do you have Dolio? Just think, nobody thinks like that. From where mother gets money to do all these things? I don't need such a big castle, do I? For what? I've already bought another house in London from my own money. Why? We have spent so much money for this shooting camp. It's giving no money at all. Why? I don't need Sahaja Yoga, it is you people who need it. And if you start saving money on that also, then I don't know what to say to you. It doesn't mean like in the church they say you must give money and all that, but your dedication. If you have the dedication, then you will yourself think that is my responsibility. On the contrary, you'll say, oh, you need money, all right. Now school has to be built. Who has built Vashi? Who has built this Ganpati Pune? Who has built such a big ashram now you'll see in Delhi? Who has donated money for Sahaja so far? You all have prospered in life. You all have got sufficient money. But what are you doing? So, in this aspect, you have to see that you do your level best for Sahaja. Another side is your creativity. There have been very great artists who came out of Sahaja. If they have to give any present, they'll give the smallest possible, the cheapest possible. The most expensive one, they keep with themselves and sell it. If they could give even one piece like that, we can sell it in the market, just for Sahaja. But they'll give something very cheapish, which cannot be used. It's just adding up to my personal archives. But if they give something sensible, it can be so. Then musicians who go abroad, they can give some, their programs and things can make some money. And also, if it is needed, that money can be used. Do you know, I just asked once that collect some money for India project. 1 year in Sahastra. I must know that there were only 5,000 pounds collected. And I was so ashamed that they are still there as it is in the bank. How can I send 5,000 to India? What will they think of you? Even the school for you, it is for your children. not for Indian children. But still it will be built by Indians, I know that, or by me. Thus, we should realize that if we are wasting some money somewhere, we can utilize some money for Sahaja. We should have some money for our organization. Otherwise, this is how whatever we save on food or anything, that's very little amount. But still, we are managing. Every guru takes money outside first and then come to the puja. Outside. And that too, for real sumptuous one. I don't need any money. Even your puja money, everything you know goes into silver. Because you cannot have puja with plastics. So, to understand this, you have to have auspiciousness, holiness. Now, you call me Holy Mother, but are you respectful like that? Do you know what I am? Ganesha knew. Once, his father said that whosoever goes round the Mother Earth first, I'll give that person a present. So, another brother, Kartikeya, he had a nice vahana, a nice vehicle, was a peacock. While Ganesha had just a little rat, a mouse. He could never have competed with him. So he said, who is greater than my mother? She is the greatest of all. What is this Mother Earth or anyone? She can create so many Mother Earths like that. So she just went round her and he got the prize. And this Kartikeya was still flying. So that is what it is, to understand the auspiciousness. I mean, though I must say I am a Mahamaya, no doubt, it's not easy. You will never know me fully, never. That should not be. Because then you won't sit here, you'll all run away. But despite that, try to understand. As Ganesha has understood his mother, you have to understand. That extent is rather difficult, but still try. That this is the power sitting before. How we behave, how we talk, how we take decisions, what we do is all wrong. If this doesn't penetrate into your brains, that means Kundalini has not come there. People could not raise even one Kundalini, one person's Kundalini. Even this artist who came, she said, how can it be possible? I am not I've done nothing. I am not a person who is a saint. How can I get realization? She was telling me like this. How can it be, Mother? But you all got it, no doubt. None of you have doubts about it. And not only that it's happening through me, but you also can do it now. Who can do this kind of a thing in the history of spirituality? But I keep a kind of a image of myself. I joke, I make fun, I do everything just like a normal mother. But that should not give you liberties. That should not. Some people have written very rude letters to me. I must tell you, be careful. You can't write rude letters to me. Better not. When you suffer, then you will say, Mother, this has happened, that has happened. You have no business to write rude letters to me. And though I read them, and I forgive, no doubt, because you are ignorant. But you must have knowledge. You must understand this, that whom are you writing and what you are writing. This side is, of course, we have to see that Shri Ganesha has also a parasha in his hand. He is one of the most strict deity, very strict. Others may a little bit hesitate, but he cannot tolerate. That's why Christ has said that I will tolerate anything against me, but nothing against the Holy Ghost. Clearly he has warned. Clearly. Because he has a parasha in his hand. And people get punished, no doubt. So this is Another thing one has to understand, that Sri Ganesha has this parasha. And you too all have this parasha in your hand, which you don't know. Anybody who will try to trouble you will be in trouble. But what is missing is the faith. Not blind, but enlightened faith. If you have enlightened faith, then it works. There's one gentleman working in London airport. He's an Indian, but I think he was looked after by some Western foreigner people. Very good man. So he cannot come to programs, he's very busy and all that, he cannot. But if I am in the airport, he knows I am there. Some people try to trouble him. So he said that, don't trouble me, my mother is very strong, and don't trouble me. They wouldn't listen. 3 of them. And 3 of them next day lost their jobs. They said, why? I said, we don't know. The boss told us you get out of jobs. We don't know how we lost our jobs. And still today they haven't got jobs. He said, I told you. He said, who is your mother? Let us meet her also. You see, this is what has happened to us. Sorry. But nothing works out now. So you must have full faith in Sahaja, in me, and in yourself. Those who do not have faith in themselves, how can they have faith in others? This is another one thing you must understand, that you have tremendous powers. Tremendous powers, if you have faith. You just pray. Mother, I want this gentleman to be cured, or this lady to be cured. It will be cured. You don't have to even touch that person. But your faith. Like yesterday they brought one lady. I was very busy, I was talking, doing this. These are the only 2-3 days when I have to really work very hard with other problems. And I couldn't see her. I said, why don't you go and cure? You can cure. Why should any Sahaja suffer from anything when there are other Sahaja? Why should I cure anymore? You all just put your hands and see if you can cure or not. Even your prayers are so powerful, you have no idea. Just pray. You have got the parasha in your hand, and nobody can harm. And you have got the hand that can bless others. You have got that. You start your generosity and see, the Lakshmi will flow. But if you are not generous, calculating each and every pie, finished. Why should you? The Lakshmi will serve you. Know your powers. As Shri Ganesha knew it very well. He never bothered. Even with an elephant head, he managed so many things. With human heads you should manage much better. But you need elephant heads. Then another thing he has, that he is a satisfied person. Extremely satisfied. And what he eats is the modaka they have given me just now here. Is the modaka he eats. So, that means that he eats something which is substantial, which has got all these dry fruits and everything in it. That's what he eats. And that is one capacity he has to eat, because you can please him by giving him things. But mine is the other way around. I can't eat much and you want to give me. I don't know, he has taken all my capacity to eat, I think. But he can eat well. And whatever you eat, if you think of him, Sri Ganesha, I offer you this food also. You will never find dearth of food at all. Never. Anything you want, like the other day it was very hot. They said, Mother, cool it down. I said, all right. As soon as I cooled it down, left to the right, Sri Ganesha comes up. So he came with full force. He cooled it down, And rained and rained and rained. Brought water also. Because there was no water in these streams. You had to do your foot soaking. So water came also. And what a testing it, in one thing how much happened. He tested you, he saw you, nothing happened. Even a little tent was not blown off. It was all fun. This is what is that you are also a testing ground for others. Immediately you will know what sort of a man is. You are so powerful. Use your powers. Use your powers. But what happens if your attention is on other things? It's not pure. Attention is on other. Keep attention on Shri Ganesh. Keep attention on me. Everything will work out. Why should you work when he is there to work out everything for you? His ganas are there to work out for you. So put your attention in such a way that you know you are alert, daksha. You are alert. You know where is your attention. And then you see the attention how it works. I never expected that I'll mature you so fast, but you have matured. But unless until you know yourself fully what you have got, how am I to give you certificate? Even if I give certificate, you won't believe. Like they say you are graduated. Now you are not only graduated, but you are masters. Otherwise I would never have told you to ask for Guru Pada. You are Pravinas now. Pravin means a master. Use your mastery. But still you are sitting at home, this, that. My father is sick. Go and treat him. You are a master. Like Shri Ganesha, such a little thing like that is the master. We are also masters. The ladies also should know they are also masters. Instead of getting involved into smaller things and brick bats and all that, rise. The another great quality of him is that he uses his teeth to write. Teeth come to you from Shri Krishna. Wisdom of Shri Krishna, which becomes the Virat, the brain. So he uses the teeth to write. He wrote Mahabharata with his teeth. So it is said that you must use your brain with the enlightenment of Shri Krishna and write and produce it into books. All these gurus have been successful because they created books. And these books were read by people and they were so much impressed because anything black and white becomes something great. You can also make nice dramas as you had made. You can approach the televisions and things that we have a nice drama for children. Now think about going into people. Live with the society, live with them. Deliver to them what you have got. It is your duty. Is not only that, but it is also, it's a special privilege to you. I mean, for today, as it is, we had to delay, and I've tried to give you some points about Shri Ganesh. I think even if you give me 100 lectures, I cannot finish it. It's so great. It's like an ocean to me. So I hope you will understand the essential, fundamental principles of Shri Ganesha. And what is innocence is. First is wisdom. May God bless you.
जय श्री माता जी। ध्यान की स्थिति बनाए रखें। जय श्री माता जी। श्री आदिशक्ति मंत्र। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। जय श्री माता जी। आरती की तैयारी करते हैं। आरती के लिए खड़े होते हैं।
सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी। दिल में सदा रहना माँ, सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना माँ, सबको सबको दुआ जो सेवा हो सके, जो सेवा हमसे करा लेना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। जय निर्मल माता जी, जय निर्मल माता जी, दिल में सदा रहना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना, माँ सबको दुआ देना। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुण्डलिनी साक्षात् श्री माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री साक्षात् श्री स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी, श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। बोलो श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी, श्री
जय श्री माता जी। हम सब प्रार्थना अर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आज का ध्यान हम आपके श्री चरणों पर समर्पित करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर सारे विश्व में मंगलता, पवित्रता प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आप हमें निर्मल ज्ञान दीजिए, हमारा आत्मा प्रकाशित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, हमारे अंदर के सारे दोष, बाधा, नकारात्मक विचार नष्ट कीजिए और हमें मध्य में, संतुलन में प्रस्थापित कीजिए। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमें धार्मिक कर्मकांड से अलिप्त रखिए। कृपा कर आप हमें दानशूर बनाइए, हमें सृजनशील बनाइए, हमारा चित्त स्थिर कीजिए, हमारे अंदर शुद्ध इच्छा शक्ति जागृत कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर आपके प्रति हमारी श्रद्धा, समर्पण और विश्वास वृद्धिंगत कीजिए। श्री गणेश जी के सारे गुण हमारे अंदर प्रस्थापित कीजिए। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपके श्री महामाया स्वरूप को हम हृदय से वंदन करते हैं। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, कृपा कर इस सीजन में सारे भारतवर्ष में उचित मात्रा में संतुलित वर्षा हो, संपूर्ण भारत सुजलाम सुफलाम बने। परम पूज्य श्री माता जी, आपके श्री चरणों पर हमारा कोटि कोटि नमन, कोटि कोटि नमन, अनंत कोटि नमन। जय श्री माता जी। सामूहिक बंधन लेते हैं। जय श्री माता जी। अनाउंसमेंट्स एट प्रतिष्ठान पुणे। प्रतिष्ठान में होने वाले विकास कार्य और मेंटेनेंस के लिए धनराशि भेजने हेतु आप प्रतिष्ठान पुणे एंड्रॉयड ऐप या pratishthanpune.in इस वेबसाइट पर डोनेशन लिंक का उपयोग करें। आपने अगर इसके पहले ऑनलाइन डोनेशन किया है और आपको डोनेशन रिसीट प्राप्त नहीं हुई है तो कृपया आप प्रतिष्ठान हेल्पलाइन 8881192193 पर संपर्क करें। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय योग दिवस अवसर पर रविवार 26 जून को सुबह 10:30 बजे आत्म साक्षात्कार कार्यक्रम लर्निंग सहज योगा यूट्यूब चैनल पर लाइव प्रसारित होगा। कृपया आप नए साधकों को आमंत्रित करें। श्री आदि गुरु पूजा महोत्सव आयोजन 15 से 17 जुलाई के दरमियान मध्य प्रदेश रतलाम से किया गया है। नए साधकों के लिए साप्ताहिक ऑनलाइन ध्यान केंद्र लर्निंग सहयोगा यूट्यूब चैनल द्वारा प्रति शनिवार को शाम 6:30 से 7:30 बजे तक 26 मार्च से आरंभ हुआ है। अगला सत्र 18 जून को होगा। कृपया जागृति देने के बाद नए साधकों को ये जानकारी प्रदान करें। सहज योग सीखने में उनको मदद होगी। श्री माताजी जन्म शताब्दी वर्ष महोत्सव के उपलक्ष्य में हर 21 तारीख को मातृवंदना की प्रस्तुति आयोजित की जा रही है। इस 21 जून को शाम के ध्यान के बाद प्रसिद्ध बांसुरी वादक पंडित राजेंद्र प्रसन्ना जी बांसुरी वादन की प्रस्तुति करेंगे। अंतर्राष्ट्रीय श्री महालक्ष्मी पूजा और सहज विवाह का आयोजन भारतीय सामूहिकता की ओर से इस वर्ष नागपुर एकेडमी में होगा। 3 दिवसीय दिवाली पूजा महोत्सव 28, 29 और 30 अक्टूबर को मनाया जाएगा। 28 अक्टूबर को शाम 5 बजे हवन, 29 अक्टूबर को सहज विवाह शाम 5 बजे से और 30 अक्टूबर को सुबह 10:30 बजे श्री महालक्ष्मी पूजा होगी। आप रेल के रिजर्वेशन या फ्लाइट के बुकिंग एडवांस में कर सकते हैं। पूजा स्थल नागपुर छिंदवाड़ा हाईवे पर नागपुर रेल स्थानक से 30 मिनट और एयरपोर्ट से 40 मिनट की दूरी पर है। आप इस महोत्सव में सादर आमंत्रित है। कल के कार्यक्रम के बारे में जानकारी। अर्ली मॉर्निंग मेडिटेशन सुबह 4 बजे प्रसारित होगा। सुबह का ध्यान सुबह 5:30 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। शाम का ध्यान 7 बजे लाइव प्रसारित होगा। आज का ध्यान सत्र यहीं पे संपन्न होता है। जय श्री माता जी।
प्रस्तुति की शुरुआत संत श्रेष्ठ तुकाराम महाराज जी के गणेश स्तवन से करता हूं।
पाय बांधोनी घागुऱ्या घोळ घागुऱ्या घोळ घागुऱ्या घोळ घागुऱ्या घोळ पाय बांधोनी घागुऱ्या घोळ पाय बांधोनी घागुऱ्या घोळ तो देव नटला गौरी बाळ तो देव नटला गौरी बाळ बाई बांधोनी घागुऱ्या घोळ नारद कुंभार सहित मेळ 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 सुटला 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 बळ विघ्नासी रंग नटारो भिठाडियला रंग नटारो भिठाडियला रंग नटारंग रंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग 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 भुजानाचा बी हलविंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग काटियाला रंग नटारंग काटियाला रंग भुजानाचा बी हलविंग संदुरा विलपन चांग संदुरा विलपन चांग संदुरा विलपन चांग 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 संदुरा विलपन चांग चांग संदुरा विलपन चांग संगुना मिला बन जांग संगुना मिला बन जांग 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 संगुना मिला बन जांग जांग संगुना मिला बन जांग मुकुटी 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 नाग मिरदीना रथमारा सकल सिद्धंचा दातार सकल सिद्धंचा दातार सकल सिद्धंचा दातार सकल सिद्धंचा दातार सकल सकल सिद्धंचा दातार सकल सिद्धंचा सकल सिद्धंचा दातार 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 जयाच्या रूप भवसागर तारे चतुर्भुज परशधर